A dark cloud looms over Pennsylvania. The Commonwealth faces a $50 billion pension debt. A $50 billion pension debt that will take decades to overcome. Failure to find savings moving forward in our retirement systems will cause serious problems for education, state employees, and every Pennsylvania taxpayer. The $50 billion question is, how do we fix this serious problem? We have an idea.
Let me ask you a question. If in your house you found yourself with a huge amount of debt, what would you do? In Pennsylvania, we've got a $50 billion hole. And the most important thing for us to do right now is to stop digging. We have a pension crisis in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that's a result of our massive underfunding within our pension systems. One of the systems is our Public School Employees Retirement System, PESERS, and the other system is our State Employees Retirement System, or SERS. The problem is a result of three main occurrences. Number one, in 2001, we increased benefits for participants in those systems. Number two, we did not make the rate of return that we anticipated on the funds that we had available and were invested in those systems. And number three, we did not make the payments that were required into those systems in periods of times when the systems were fully funded. As a result of those three things, we've got massive debts in these pension systems, and we need to work our way out. We need meaningful pension reform. $1 billion is very difficult for people to comprehend, but we find ourselves about $50 billion underfunded in these systems, and the problem is not getting any better. Without meaningful pension reform, we're going to find the situation getting worse. We've got this massive hole, and the first step needs to be for us to stop digging. If we don't act, and we don't act now, we're going to have 5 major problems. Number one, the benefits that we have already promised people are in jeopardy. Number two, we need to protect the programs for our vulnerable citizens within the Commonwealth, and we'll have difficulty funding them if we continue down this path. Number three, everyone who's a property taxpayer in the state of Pennsylvania will see this huge pension debt come back to them in the form of higher property taxes. Number four, our inability to adequately fund our school districts will be detrimental to the children to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania moving forward. And number five, our job creators, our ability to attract people who want to create jobs in the Commonwealth is in grave jeopardy as a result of this huge pension debt. I'd like to talk briefly about the plan that I have developed along with my colleagues in the House of Representatives. The plan is designed to do 4 major things. Number one, to develop savings within these pension systems. Number two, to lower costs. Number three, to shift risk away from the taxpayer onto new recipients and new employees coming into the Commonwealth. And number four, to develop meaningful, sustainable benefits for new employees coming into the system. The plan is simply a mix between the traditional pension system that employees have right now within state government and a 401k type plan. It's called a hybrid plan. And by doing so, we can develop billions of dollars of savings within these systems. Some actuarial firms have weighed in, and they've indicated that the savings are between 11 and $15 billion. Those savings are needed so that we can preserve the programs that our government funds. Our public school systems are having difficulty with our budgets, and property taxpayers will certainly feel the pain of our increased contribution requirements into these systems. For the 2013-14 budget, the total employer contribution was $3.4 billion. By 2018, that number will be increasing to $6.6 billion. I'd like to dispel a few myths that you may have heard. Number one, this plan only affects new employees coming into the system. It does not affect current or retired employees. Number two, if you take a leave of absence, such as maternity leave, you will not come back in under a different plan. Number three, This plan does not affect any benefits promised to current employees, such as health care or other benefits. And number 4, this plan does not discriminate against anyone. All new employees coming into the systems will be treated the same. The problem is huge, but the answer is simple. We need pension reform, and we need it now. Please contact your legislator and ask them to support the Tobash Amendment for meaningful pension reform.
For more information, go to www.paneedspensionreform.com.